everybody, welcome back to Sharon Cullen Art. I know it's been a while since I've been back, so I'm going to do a little product update and a me update for you today. There won't be a painting, so if you wanted a painting, then you'll have to come back for the next video. I apologize for that. That's just the way it is. And here's my little buddy, still always wanting to be on my lap when I'm in here, because he sits right on me at the couch. So he won't go over onto my couch to sit down. And I just wish he would, because you'll be comfy over there, mister. But anyway, I got a lot to update you on. First of all, I had done a video for you guys. Sorry, he's pulling my shirt off here. I had done a video for you guys a while back, probably about 10 days after my surgery, on a palette that I had been working on, a watercolor palette. And I thought, well, I'll do a quick video, you know, just a time-lapse video of me putting this palette together and all that, and how I figure out what colors I like to use. And that's very subjective, you know, the brand and type of colors you want to use, and what climate you live in. If you're using it for plein air painting, do you live out west, do you live on the East Coast, in the Midwest, whatever, it's going to determine the colors you use. But I didn't put that video out. Maybe I still will. I still have it, but there's so much editing involved, and I just didn't feel well. So first of all, I'll give you the update on me. I finally saw my surgeon today. I have been in physical therapy now since I got out of surgery, and I'm still in physical therapy, although it's not for my knee, it's for my hip. Now, I don't know, many of you have followed me for a while, and you may see me walk, and you see me kind of walk like this, like with a limp, and I kind of wobble back and forth. That is because I had an injury to my hip probably, I don't know, a year and a half ago now, maybe longer, maybe almost 2 years now, and I was having a lot of pain in my hip. They found out I had a huge pocket of bursitis, probably one of the biggest they'd ever seen, as well as, excuse the dog, as well as tearing in my muscles. My gluteus medius, there's 3 gluteus muscles in your butt. You've got the maximus, which is your huge butt muscle. Then you've got your medius, which is a medium muscle. And then you've got your minimus muscle. And they all connect to the femur on the side of your hip. Well, mine do not. They have torn off. One of them was hanging by a thread a couple of years ago. I am still doing physical therapy, trying to strengthen my legs. But you know when you lay on your side and you try to do those scissor kicks, lifting your leg up, and it's supposed to strengthen your outer leg? I can hardly lift my leg up. Hardly lift it up. Honey, you're moving my lights and everything. What are you doing? So I have to quit eating everything. My God, he finds garbage everywhere. Get out of my garbage can. Get out of that. There. All gone. So I went to my doctor today for my post-op check. I'm sorry, let me get a little sip of my Earl Grey. I'm going to have to pause this and take care of him too. Tully. So anyway, I am doing great with my knee. I saw my doctor today. I am already past what he expects for a 3-month post-op knee to be. I'm 4 weeks post-op. I don't mean to brag, but I can bend my knee pretty darn bendy. And I don't have any problems with that. Yeah, it hurts. You know, it still hurts a little, but I'm using it and bending it. The muscle finally kicked in. I don't know if I told you in another video or not. Some people know, but my quadriceps muscle didn't fire post-op. It took about a week for it to kick on. So my leg kept collapsing and I couldn't control it because my quadriceps muscle was paralyzed. It was in shock. They had to re-straighten my leg out because I had what they call a valgus deformity, like knock knees, that came in like this over the years. As my knee wore down, I kept getting this knock knee thing. So they had to straighten it. So they stretched everything on the side. My IT band has been rock hard, and I get it massaged and get stim put on it, you know, every time I'm at therapy. And then I thought he was eating an electrical cord. He's eating a bone. So Or maybe he is eating an electrical cord. What you eating now, mister? Oh, paint. That's just great. A tube of paint. Oh, frig. A tube of old white gouache. I will just throw that away. That's really healthy for you. Hang on. I'm going to go wash my hands. I will be right back. I think this will last all of about, oh, what do you think? Maybe 30 seconds or so. Him over there on the couch chewing on a bone. I don't know. We'll see. He opened my cupboard over there, which is where I store all my tubes of gouache and watercolor paint. My watercolor paint just happens to be right here right now because I was putting palettes together the last time I was in my studio. Back to my story. Let me straighten my camera out too so that we're not falling downhill. So my knee is doing great. But in the meantime, my hip was a problem, and I told them about it. And they decided to do some therapy to see if they could strengthen my legs. It's not working. So today, well, yesterday, I went to my surgeon. Okay, it lasted about 60 seconds. He's down now. I went to my surgeon, and I went to the office yesterday for a 9:15 appointment to find out, oh no, he's in surgery on Tuesdays. Mine was on Friday. He's in surgery on Tuesdays, so he's not even here. Oh, honey, your visit is tomorrow at 9:15. I thought, are you kidding me? I've been getting up at 6 a.m. I'm retired. I shouldn't have to get up at 6 a.m. I had to get up at 6 a.m. 3 times a week for physical therapy, and I got up early for that doctor's appointment. And then I come to find out as I'm looking at my phone as it's dying, I have another appointment tomorrow. I'm like, I never get a day off. It's always medical, 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 medical. So that's why you haven't seen me. I haven't felt great because about 10 days after surgery, I was in my walk-in shower. Both bathrooms have walk-in showers. We remodeled everything so that when we're old people, I know some of you think I'm old already, but when we are old, we won't have to lift our leg over a tub. And we got bars and all of that stuff. So, anyhow, I tripped on the 2-inch lip that keeps the water from draining into the floor. So there's like a 1.5, 2-inch lip on my shower. And as I was lifting my knee surgery knee up, I rammed my foot into the porcelain tile ledge and broke my foot. I didn't get it x-rayed. I knew it was broken. I put a boot on it. I could hardly walk because the boot is like, I don't know, 10 pounds or something. And I've got a brand new knee that's aching and hurting. And it's like putting double ankle weights on your leg to say, okay, I've just had a knee replacement. Let's apply weight, you know? So that wasn't working. So I tried wearing a shoe that had a stiffer sole, but I don't have a lot of shoes like that. So it was difficult to find. And then I had to wait another, 10 days to see the doctor, which was today. So he said, Sharon, I don't think it's broken. I said, doctor, it's been a few weeks. It's not bruised anymore, and the swelling has gone down. I'm sure it's broken. I heard the snap in my foot. I knew I broke it. I said, I've had enough broken bones to know what I know when I'm broken my foot. 3rd time in a year. And he said, yeah, let's just x-ray it and check. And he comes in, before he even looks at the x-rays, well, he must have looked at him in his office. He comes in and he goes, Sharon, dang it, you were right. You do have a fracture of your 3rd metatarsal. And I'm like, great. That's just great. And he said, you've been in the boot for how long? I said, almost 3 weeks. He said, okay, you can stop wearing the boot, but just wear a nice, good form-fitting shoe that isn't too loose or too tight. So right now I'm wearing a sandal, but it's a Skechers sandal and it's tight. So I don't have to worry about that. So that's healing well, but it has slowed down my walking because my foot hurt, not my knee. I mean, my knee hurts, but I can handle that pain. I know it's a finite end pain and it's good, but then I break my foot and it's like my foot hurts. So then, oh, now you want to sit with me again? So then I said, what about my other knee now? I was told I needed a knee replacement on my other knee, and it doesn't hurt, but I don't want to wait as long as I did for this knee because I don't want to have that deformity and deal with the tight IT band and the muscles being all stretched out of shape and all of that. Don't you dare take my backpack. So Telly, you need to go lay down on the couch. That's going up here too. So I said, can't you just do a scope? Can't you do an arthroscopy? Just clean it out, take the bone spurs out, stitch up the meniscus, and we'll be out of here. For those of you who don't know, I'm a registered nurse, so I've seen plenty of these, and I've had plenty of them. So he says, well, yeah, we can do that, but there's a chance, I can't guarantee that it's not going to slow the process of you needing a knee replacement. And I said, well, great. He said, we can do an injection. And I said, well, it's not really hurting me right now, so why bother getting it? And he goes, oh, if it's not hurting, let's not do anything. And I'm like, okay. Now, I got this hip problem, and I'm telling him about it, and he goes, I don't remember seeing your MRI. So he calls my other doctor, and he gets the MRI report sent over, and he said, you're doing therapy on what? And I said, on my hip to try to strengthen it so I won't need a cane, and I can walk like a normal person without a weeble wobble. And he said, well, Sharon, you've got a full tear. Your muscle is just flapping in the breeze. It is doing nothing. So when he tried to have me stand on one leg, and my hip gives out, and I can't hold my balance. I fall over. And he said, physical therapy isn't going to do a dang thing for you. And I said, well, I've got a couple more visits. And he said, well, finish it up and then be done. And he said, we need to do surgery on it. But we need to wait to the 3-month mark on your knee before I do surgery on your other leg so that your other leg can support it well and everything, especially with the muscle problems I had in this leg. And no, you're staying in, honey. I'm not leaving the door open. It's too hot outside. So anyway, now I said to him, well, from what I understand, that's a pretty easy recovery, isn't it? And he smirks. He goes, no. He said, you will wear a hip brace to keep your hip locked, and it's a 6-week recovery. And I thought, are you flipping kidding me? So I said, well, can I wait? Can I wait till fall at least? I mean, I really want to wait. I don't want to wobble like this. It's exhausting. It hurts my back muscles. It hurts every muscle, and I have to use a cane, and then my shoulder hurts, and it's just a pain in the butt, literally. No pun intended. But anyway, he said, well, it hasn't been 10 years, has it? And I said, no, not 10 years. I said, it's been a year and a half, maybe 2 years. He said, oh, well, no, you can wait. And I said, good. So I can wait till fall, like maybe November or something like that to do this. Do it before the holidays. And that way I can recover through the holidays. And then when the snow flies, I won't be in a hip brace and have to worry about crutches or a walker or whatever. He says, yeah, that sounds good. So that's my plan, is another flippin' surgery, so I'll be away again. But in the meantime, my little buddy and I are at your service. Isn't he a cutie pie? He's my little baby. Quit sticking your arm down my shirt, though. So now on to the art supply stuff. I wanted to do World Watercolor Month, and I was on a roll. I did 10 days, and then I broke my foot and felt like crap, so I stopped. But I'm going to continue. July is not over yet. We're, what, at the 25th? What is this? July 26th. Okay, go lay down. And I can probably cram a few in today. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm using this little square book. I had one of those Pentalic books. So I've been doing them. I've got several done here. I was trying to do some of the prompts. Some of the prompts I skipped, and then did more of the prompts, and then another prompt, and then I skipped a prompt, and then, oh, there's my knee replacement. That was for mechanism. Then vegetation, I just did a quickie landscape. Then clutter I did. So then I just did this one just for fun. I think I posted that on my Instagram. And I don't know if the others I did. And then I did this water wave. So that was all I've gotten done. That is, I think, 11 days worth. Maybe 12. Probably 10 to 12 days that I've done in this. So I plan to do more. But I was on the website and I decided to, excuse me, I'm just throwing out my tea bag. I decided to buy a couple items because they were using these sponsors' artwork on coffee mugs and bags, art bags, for charity. And so I went over there. You can just Google World Watercolor Month. It'll take you over to Doodle Wash, and then go into their specialty items or something like that. I forget what he calls it, but I'll try to remember to put it in here. But I got this bag. This is one of Andrea England's artworks. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Andrea England. If you're not, go find her on Instagram. She does this really unique artwork, and it's really flowy and pretty. So I got that because I love her artwork. And these bags are big. You see how big this bag is when it's on my shoulder. It's a big bag. I can fit everything I need to go plein air painting in this bag, except for my easel, of course. But right now I've got my gouache palette, my watercolor palette, my brushes, all of my watercolor brushes, roll of tape, which is too big to be taking with me. I probably wouldn't do that. A pencil, a pen, and a water cup. The only thing I don't have in there is my water, which is always on the side of my backpack. But yeah, so I've got all of that in there. And then my book. I could probably fit my book in too. We'll see. But so I got that. Can I fit the book in too? Let's see here. Yep, I sure can. And they're nice. They're not plastic. There, I got my book in here too. So everything's in there except for my water. I could probably fit some water in there as well, but not with the bottle I use. So anyway, these come in 2 sizes, and they're canvas. They're very soft canvas, you can see. I love them. I love them. So I got 2. I couldn't decide. This other guy's work, is it Stork or Stock? I love his artwork. I got this one as well. And it is beautiful too. And it's the same size as this one. The only difference is every time I bring him here to the art studio, it is horrendous because there's too many things. He's still too young, and he doesn't understand that none of this is toys that he would like to play with. None of it. Tully, go lay down. Now. He hides. He's hiding behind my couch right now. Oh, now he's at the door wanting out. Sorry, you got to stay in. I'm not going outside right now. So, where were we? Oh, the only difference in these bags was the way they were sewn. The bottom of this bag is just a sewn seam straight across the bottom like this. But this other bag has like the T-seam in it. So when you load it up, it actually sits flat on a surface. See? See how it's sewn this way and then this way? It's very nice. So I can sit it flat like that and it'll stay up. But I got 2 of them, and I got the big ones. The other ones I think are probably more like a 5x7 size. These are much bigger. Let's see here. These are, that's 12.5. It's like 8x12. Something like that. So they're pretty big. I wonder if this is the same size. This one seems bigger for some reason. Nope, it's the same. Same size. So they're big. I love them. I love them. I love them. And you can just throw them in the washer if they get dirty, you know. So they're not plastic. Although plastic you can wipe clean. So that's that. And then some of my watercolor brushes were wearing out. My silver black velvets. I have a couple here that are new, that are riggers and stuff like that. Big ones, big riggers, which I don't really use that often. I don't even know why I bought them, to be honest. But I had smaller ones, and I do have some other big silver black velvet brushes, the ovals and flats, and I got a sword, but I had other regular size ones, but they were wearing out. I even have a couple flats, but they were wearing out. So I bought new ones. I bought these. I didn't get them as a set. You buy the set on Amazon, it was more expensive than buying them separately. So I got them. And I got myself a new 8 because my 8 was getting kind of frayed on top. I got myself a new 6 round, a 4 round, and a 2 round. So I've got all these new silver black velvet brushes that I'm anxious to get back to using. And then, so I came back to my house and I had a couple packages waiting for me and got a couple of other things that I thought I'd throw into my video. First of all, I got 2 other brushes. These are synthetics. They are by Silver, and they are Golden Naturals. I got a size 10, which is a pretty small. It's like your regular size 8. And then I got a, what is this? A 6. So I got these 2. Sorry for the camera wiggling. I'm holding on to it. And I'm not a vlogger. But anyway, so I got those. And then I also decided to buy the new White Nights. I think this is this the granulation set? No, this is their 12 regular colors in a metal pan set. And they I don't know if you guys are aware, but White Nights upgraded their paints, their artist quality, and they're more transparent than they used to be and all of that. So hang on one second, let me open the box here, doing it one-handed. And the palette is a lavender palette, and they're probably all wrapped up, but they give you a little chart card for your palette, and checked by the QC department. And then here's the palette. So it's another metal palette, 12 colors. You get cadmium lemon. They use a lot of cadmium colors. Cadmium lemon, cadmium yellow medium, ochre, light ochre, red ochre, cadmium red light, carmine, cobalt blue, ultramarine blue, emerald green, sap green. Their sap is very dark. Burnt umber, and lamp black. So I'm going to do my next painting video with these colors, and we will check them out together. What else? Let's see in here if I got anything in here that I needed to show you. Nope, I think I'm all set there. I got all my pens and pencils that I was using in the house after my surgery. But then, as I told you, I was working on watercolor palettes. This watercolor palette, which is real dirty, I don't know what happened to it, is a Schmincke watercolor palette. And I tried my Schmincke watercolors again. And you guys, I just don't enjoy them that much. They're not as vibrant and concentrated as other brands. Like Daniel Smith is so much more concentrated, and that's what I'm used to. If you're a Schmincke lover, I'm not bashing it. So don't worry, don't get all over my case and say you don't know what you're talking about. It's a personal preference. I do not care for them. I have them and I use them occasionally, but they're just not that vibrant. And I did a test strip with my I don't know where it was, with my Schmincke, and then the same colors in Daniel Smith. And the color difference was unbelievable. It was so different. So I pulled it out of there. I just took this palette out and decided I was going to make a full pan palette. Tully, quit it. You got to stay in. I was going to put a full pan palette in here like this. And I think I can fit 22 pans in, I think. So I was putting magnets on the bottom of them. I got these little magnets. I wish I would have stuck with my flat magnets. I saw somebody else using little magnets like this. And I thought, oh, okay, I'll use them. And they're very strong, but they're wobbly. Once you get the paint in there side by side, they stay still pretty well. But that's what I did for this smaller palette here, the one that I shoved in this bag. I wanted just a small palette for like going out plein air painting or whatever. So I did this one, except a bunch of the magnets popped off on like, well, it looks like 4 or 5 colors now, 6 colors now. And part of the problem is the glue I used. This super glue I used was drying up, and I don't think it worked out very well. But this was the palette. Oh, quit clawing me. No, you cannot go out. Do you want to come up? You want to come up? Go lay down. You're not going outside to play by yourself. So I made this palette, and I'm going to fix it after I'm done with the video here. Oh, here's the colors I did, I think. Oh, no, this is my little cheat sheet. I didn't do a swatch card for that, a chart, color chart. So I write down the colors and then put them on here so that I know exactly what I put in there, and then I can make one at my leisure. That's what I do. I just slap the color on, write them down below, and then I'm all done with that. So that's what I did with that. And when I got this palette, I think it was like $9.99 or something like that, 10 bucks on Amazon. They sent me 2. I don't know, I must have ordered 2. So they do come with the half pans. It says it's a 12 color set, but they give you 14 pans. And this is what it looks like when you get it. So I may make another one that's just like this, and then I can just use a row of magnetic ones in there. I don't know. I could move some of those around and do it that way. But I like these little palettes. I like that they can magnetize, which brings me to my next thing. You guys know that last summer, I think it was last summer, yeah, I got the You Go Anywhere Pochade. It's the Pochade that goes together. It's real small. Hang on, I'll show it. I bought this Pochade after listening to a couple of people online, one of them being Emily Olsen Art. And she said she liked it and she used it, and I liked it. I used it, but there was a drawback with it. And I was going to do a video on it last year, and for some reason I didn't get the video out. I don't know what happened. Probably broke a leg or something like that. But anyway, comes with these rubber bands, and then you've got the little thing on the bottom. Well, you got to put your own on there, but the spot to put it on a tripod. And then it just opens up like this. If I can get it open here. It opens like this, and you can change these around. They're magnetic as well, and you can put paper on, a pad of whatever, you know, put your pad on there. And then you've got a mixing tray right here if you want to use it. It's a shallow mixing tray. Then you can separately get these trays, which are also magnetic, and they just hook on like this with that, and then they again magnetize to this. And they're cute, right? I got one for both sides, so I can put this on this side, that on that side, and I've got this nice working space. I love the large working area. It's really nice. And I guess I used this a little bit for gouache, but I didn't use it much because my watercolor palette had a mixing area and it's a lot easier to clean up. So, and I wanted to keep that a little bit whiter. So that's what I did, and I put it on a tripod, and I used it like that. And it was fine. The only thing was, you could bump these and they would come off. It's not real easy to bump them, but you know, I don't know. They could bump off, and you could bump them off. But it's a nice set anyway, and it's lightweight. It's not very heavy. I forget what kind of wood it's made of. What is this, birch maybe? But then I just stack everything up like this, and I put my rubber bands around it, and I'm all set to go. And it's all ready. And I can use those rubber bands as well to hold brushes on or whatever if it's windy and things are going all over the place, or to put a rag on or something. So this is probably, I would say it's just about 2 pounds, maybe a little more than 2 pounds. I'm such a bad judge at weight. Maybe 2 pounds. It's not that heavy. But then I saw that one on Etsy that everybody's going gaga over. It's like James Gurney's. And crap, he just upped the price. 20 bucks. Anyway, it's a magnetic sketch easel. And it's just a little It's just a little easel like this, very plain. But it's got magnetic areas so that you can put all your stuff on the base, and then you just clip your book with one of those big clips. You clip your book up onto the back, and then you've got your easel. Much lighter weight than this even. And I thought, oh, well, maybe I'll get it. So, says 3 were sold in the last 24 hours. And it was $80. You go to the website, it says $80, 20% off. And then now it's at $100. So I'm going to have to go back and maybe just put it back in my cart again and get it for $80. But I'm wondering, should I get it or not? I haven't been out plein air painting. I want to get out plein air painting, and I was going to go today, actually. I was driving back from my appointments, and it was so beautiful. The farmers were in their fields cutting down the hay because hay just came in, or not hay, I'm sorry, wheat. Wheat just came in. And they're out there in their fields with these beautiful tractors. And the smoke from the Canadian wildfires has been hitting us in Michigan pretty hard. In fact, the fires are getting very close to the Upper Peninsula. So it's been a little concerning. But they are, it's very smoky. So it's like a misty background. Imagine a tree line that's all misty. And then this beautiful, bright, yellow, ochre wheat field with green corn in the next field, and then beets or beans in another field with a different green, and this beautiful tractor, you know, riding into the sun. It was just gorgeous. My phone died. I couldn't even get a freaking photograph. So I thought, well, I'm going to go back out and I'm going to go plein air paint. I'm going to go watch this guy cut his hay down in his wheat down in his field. But it's almost 90 degrees, and I thought, I can't handle it. Not with my lungs and everything. I can't handle it, so I didn't go. But then I think, does this justify me buying another easel when I've got all sorts of easels that I'm not using? My husband would just choke if he knew I was buying another easel that I'm not using. But I kind of like this one, but I have a problem with weight, carrying a lot of weight around. Now, I overpack my stuff. If I can keep down to this and this, then I can carry that in a backpack, no problem, with a little bottle of water. That's not a problem at all. And maybe a little Mr. bottle. But I end up overpacking. That, you know, so what do you guys think? Leave me a comment down below and let me know. Should I get this easel or should I not get this easel? I really like it. I guess the Mind of Watercolor, Steve Mitchell was talking about it. He got one. He probably got one for free, you know. I don't know. Maybe he paid for it. And then it got Emily Olsen onto it. So Emily Olsen from Emily Olsen Art, she also got one, and she said she likes it much better than this one. It's less cumbersome and it's lighter weight. And I thought, well, shoot, maybe I should just go ahead and get it. What do you guys think? Should I? I need to make a decision quick because they're almost sold out. So I don't know. I'm sure he'll make more, but I don't know. I wonder if I got it, would I just get right out there and start plein air painting? Maybe I would. I want to get out there today. I'm really bummed that I'm sitting in my studio, but I am. So anyway, I think that's all I had to tell you guys. I'm going to work on making palettes up, fixing my palette that's the glues come off of the bottom of those magnets, and then I'm going to try and get a couple little paintings done. And then we've got a huge storm coming, so I'll have to batten down the hatches. It's supposed to be real bad here. Really high winds, damaging winds, and a ton of rain. So, which is coming across the whole country, I guess, and I hope it hits Canada. But it looks like they're not going to get much of it, which is sad because they need it really bad. But if we're wet, then we won't catch on fire, right? One would only hope. If you've never been to Michigan, it is so lush and green. And the beautiful, they call them mountains, but they're just a couple feet below mountain status. Up in the Upper Peninsula, in the rock formations and all the greenery and everything, I'd hate to see it catch on fire. That's where I spent my childhood. So in the summers, so it would really make me sad. But I'm just babbling on and on here. I just miss you guys. I'd love to just sit and gab for hours, but you guys are probably bored. So I hope you grabbed a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, some munchies, some popcorn, whatever, and you could kick back and just listen to me blab. But now I'm going to clean up my flippin' mess, and I'm going to see if I can get some painting done. Where'd my dog go? It's so silent in here. Oh, he's sleeping right down here. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. Remember, be courageous, paint with wild abandon. Most of all, be kind to each other. Take care. God bless you. I miss you guys, and I will be back with paintings very, very soon. Bye, guys. Why don't I drink Earl Grey more? Earl Grey is really good. I like that tea. Okay. Where to begin? Oh my God, what a mess.